Are you posting on social media and not seeing any return, any growth, engagement, or profit? And you've seen everyone else's social media, you know you're not alone. Everyone's wondering why their social media doesn't make them any money. And by the way, ours does. We get all our business from social media, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. So I'm Jordan from Island Web Design, and this is definitely an area that I'm qualified to teach you in. So I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons that your social media isn't making money, just like ours wasn't at the start, by the way, and 5 ways that you can turn it around, just like we did. And make sure you stick around to the end for a bonus tip that's going to change the way that you post content forever. So number 1 is frequency, consistency. These kind of tie in together. Instagram literally expects you to post every day, 3-4 times a week on the low end. And we all know how the story goes. People get excited about social media. They make a load of posts. They post every day for the first week or 2. They start to build an audience, and then they stop because they can't keep it up and their audience starts to drop off. Now the thing with online nowadays, and this has always been the same, it's just only got worse recently with TikTok and stuff, is people's attention spans are so short that if they're learning from you online and then all of a sudden you disappear and now they're learning from someone else, you have just been replaced by that other person. They probably don't even remember you anymore until they scroll through their newsfeed again and reels from you start to pop back up. But by now they might not be as engaged and they've probably already forgotten about you and are learning from the other person. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick tip here, and this is actually how we avoid having to post every day and still remain consistent online. And I spoke about this in our omnipresent content video, so you can check that out with the link above or below. But ads is actually an amazing tip here, because if you're doing paid ads on Facebook and Instagram and you follow our omnipresent content strategy and end up with like 10 to 12 ads that you can run and they're good ads, you aren't going to have to change them very often. You can run those 10 to 12 good ads for 6 months. We've actually been running our current ads for 6 months and they still get us just as many leads as at the start. So we do tend to post every day when we're in periods where we have a load of content. Like right now we're uploading a YouTube video. We're going to have a new YouTube video every week. We're going to have a new Instagram reel probably every day, maybe even twice a day. But we also go through periods where we're not posting and making organic content. And those are the periods where our omnipresent content strategy becomes even more important, because these are the main pieces of content that are running on our feed. And we need to make sure that we don't go stale and end up pissing people off because they just keep seeing the same thing all the time. And listen, staying relevant doesn't mean making groundbreaking content every day. Like seriously, don't underestimate what a piece of content can be. People seem to think that I go out of my way to film these videos, but I'm literally filming what I'm already doing. Obviously bar when I'm talking to you guys like this, but I'm talking about something I'm already doing. I haven't done a load of extra research for this video. This is stuff that I already know. And when we're doing shorts and showing people tutorials and stuff like that, it's always stuff we're already doing. I'm not going out of my way to film it. And like I said, when I say don't underestimate what a piece of content can be, you don't need to go out of the way to make groundbreaking content all the time. You can literally take a quick photo, put it on your story. This is what we're doing today. What are you guys doing? It can really be anything. Use your imagination. And like I said, this can be something as simple as a quick story, a testimonial from a client, a piece of work you've been working on. Don't underestimate what a piece of content can be. You don't have to polish all your content. You really can just pull out your phone or your camera and quickly record what you're doing. That's what we do a lot of the time, especially at the start, and we saw immense success from it. Now, reason number 2 is no call to actions. You literally need to be telling people in your post, click the link, go to our website, fill out the form. If you don't tell people exactly what you want them to do, not only is there a high chance they're just going to end up in the wrong place, but also they don't even know that you want them to do this thing. If you want people to accept your offer, click the link, whatever, you need to tell them that. So many people just make a vague post where it's not really clear what they're talking about. And by the way, guys, when I'm looking at people's websites and they say there's something wrong with my website, can you take a look? Most of the time, nearly 9 times out of 10, the problem isn't actually anything with the design. The problem is the site's unclear. People don't know where they've landed. So clarity is so important when we're talking about social media or websites. And once you have a decent call to action and you're actually telling people where you want them to go, you need to have a good offer. Now, we actually have another video on how to craft a great offer, and this doesn't just mean give away something for free like most people think, so I definitely recommend checking that out. If you want to get more free value like this from me, you can sign up for my free newsletter on the Island Web Design website. I'm just giving away the value at this point, sharing everything I'm learning building this web design agency. It doesn't have to be free, but it does need to be irresistible. Now, the next thing is no clear landing page or place to convert. I mean, if you have a good offer and a decent call to action, you're sending people somewhere, you need to make sure you're sending them somewhere that's actually set up to take in people, send them on the direction you want, and convert them at the end. Because if you're just sending people to your social media page and they land and they're like, should I check out his profile picture? Should I send them a message? Should I check out their post? Should I look at their stories? There's no clear direction. You end up losing people. If you have a clear call to action, you tell people, click the link, go to the website, fill out the form, and then when they land on the website, there's a clear direction to the form, far more people are going to fill it out. And talking about clear direction, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Your bio is vague, your posts are all over the place, and your audience doesn't know what to do. Even if that doesn't sound familiar to you, that's a problem, because you probably do have this problem and you don't even know that you do. Number 4, no context in your fucking Instagram descriptions. I swear to God, the Instagram CEO is literally on Instagram telling you guys how to grow on Instagram, and he says the number 1 tip is context, and yet people still don't give context. The CEO of Instagram is telling you what to do and you're not doing it. And like I said, this one drives me crazy because not only is Adam Missouri telling you what to do on his Instagram page, but he actually explains this really well. He basically says, Instagram wants to show you to people. Why would Instagram not want you to do well? Because you're going to keep using their platform if you do well on their platform. But the Instagram algorithm cannot show you to people if it does not have enough context about what you're about. The same goes for Google search optimization. If there's no context on your website, Google search bots aren't going to know what you're about. If you give Instagram context, then Instagram is actually going to be able to show you to the right people and help you grow. And the same applies with hashtags. Don't go too mad with hashtags, but if you do decide to use hashtags, make sure you use ones that have a smaller amount of hits. Don't pick hashtags that have 5 million posts, 10 million posts. Try and get a few 100,000 because you're not going to blend into the sea of sameness and you're more likely to stand out. Your caption should explain exactly what's going on, who it's for, and why it matters, because you don't want to end up having the same problem that I just said I find on so many websites, which is when people come here, it's absolutely not clear at all what's even going on. Number 5, no insights into your metrics, and if you do have insights into your metrics, they're vanity metrics. In reality, business doesn't care about likes, business doesn't care about comments, anything like that. Those are vanity metrics. You get a load of likes, they make you feel good, woo, but they don't actually do anything for your business. The real metrics you should be looking at is conversions, engagement, and all that kind of stuff. You need to be making sure that you're showing your audience stuff that they actually engage with. If you have a really low engagement or conversion rate, you can start to work out which posts have the lowest engagement rate, and if we cut out those posts and start making more of this type of post, does our average engagement rate go up? You need to know if you're getting clicks, how many clicks you're getting, and what's happening after those people click the link and go to where you want. Now, another sick tip here is you can use a software called Metricool. You can actually get on their completely free tier and get all your social media analytics. You can connect all your accounts, start to get insights into your clicks, your engagement, all of the important numbers. And also, you can add a load of your competitors. So I might add another web design agency here, this marketing agency there, and I can literally compare my numbers to theirs and see if I'm doing better and how. And now we have a bonus tip, which is you're posting the wrong thing. Your audience does not give a fuck. You need to learn what your audience actually likes and post it. And people seem to get the wrong idea here because I'm not talking about copying, but you need to go and look at what is doing well in your industry. With all this stuff, right, there are certain things in your industry that everyone's doing and you should copy because they're doing it because it works. And then there's a load of stuff that everyone's doing that you shouldn't copy because you can be original on this front and differentiate yourself. So you really need to learn what you should be copying and what you shouldn't, and make sure that you're not posting the wrong thing. Even if you have to like survey your audience or whatever and just work out exactly what they're into. I mean, us right now, we post coding stuff, design stuff, business stuff, agency stuff, because we're just trying to work out what sticks with our audience, like who's in our audience, what do they like the most, what gets the most engagement, and once we know what actually performs the best, we'll start to focus more on that kind of content. And one more tip, bonus tip number 2, you need to connect with your audience. Get in the comments, start talking to people, people relate to people and all that kind of stuff. It's really important you build a connection with your audience. And this is actually one of the reasons that YouTube subscribers are considered more valuable than TikTok subscribers, and email subscribers are considered more valuable than YouTube subscribers, because there's just less trust on TikTok. Like, they see a quick 10-second video, they might not even see your face, they quickly click follow, but really they haven't seen much of your stuff, they don't trust you or like you. Whereas on YouTube, they're watching you for 10 minutes, they probably trust you a lot more, they've seen your face, they might have even gone down a rabbit hole into more of your stuff, so there's more trust there, which means your subscribers are more valuable. Then when we get to email, that amplifies even more because you actually own these subscribers, they've specifically given you their email, signed up to your email list, these people actually care about what you have to say and they're going to open all your emails, which makes them the most valuable kind of subscribers there is. So you need to build a connection with your audience, and email lists are a sick way to do that. So is YouTube, communities and all that. Just work out who your audience are, what they like, and what you can do to connect with them. And there you have it, 5 reasons your social media isn't making money and how to fix it, plus 2 bonus tips and a load of insights from the owner of a real web design agency whose social media is making money.